China's nights echo with the sound of breaking locks. Thieves cut through window grills with pliers, stealing gold from sleeping families. Villages that once buzzed with life now stand frozen, as if time abandoned them. Young workers collapse, their bodies broken by endless shifts. Families who dreamed of homes now cry as banks seize their savings. China's economic miracle, once a global beacon, crumbles into a silent nightmare. In October 2025, a thief slipped into a Suzhou home at midnight. Wardrobes were torn apart, gold necklaces and rings vanished. The homeowner wept. "They took everything I saved for 10 years. How do I survive?" From April to July 2025, entire villages in northeast China turned to ghost towns. 300 households disappeared from Heilongjiang's Harbin, leaving homes without warmth. University graduates born in the 2000s passed away from overwork, their dreams buried in debt. 700 million Chinese, half the nation, drown under mortgage payments. Welcome to China Undercover. We rip away Beijing's mask of prosperity to expose the raw truth. From homes raided by thieves to villages lost to time, from dying youth to families crushed by debt. This is the story of 1.4 billion people trapped in collapse. This isn't news. It's a scream from a nation on its knees. Let's step into the chaos unfolding now. On October 16, 2025, a Suzhou woman posted a video, tears streaming down her face. "My biggest regret is buying that house," she sobbed. "I poured 10 years of savings into a 130 square meter home in Taiwan's Purple Garden. Bought for 2 million yuan in 2017, it's now worth 1.5 million, no buyers." She pays 6,000 yuan monthly for a loan stretching 18 more years. Selling now means losing 600,000 yuan and still owing the bank. "My savings are gone. The bank will take my home. What did I do wrong?" Her story echoes across China. The People's Bank of China reports 38.6 trillion yuan in housing loans by Q4 2024. 700 million people, half the population, carry mortgage debt. Household wealth is 70% tied to real estate, compared to 30% in the U.S. In Q2 2025, household debt-to-income ratio hit 67.8%, a decade high. Families spend 41.6% of income on mortgages, up from 37% in 2020. A Beijing couple shares their despair. "We bought a 136 square meter home for 7 million in 2017. Now it's worth 2 million. Their 30-year loan at 5.88% interest demands 4 million to the bank. After 8 years, they've paid 1.15 million, 950,000 in interest. Only 200,000 on principal. Selling now leaves them homeless, broke, and owing 1.7 million yuan. The husband lost his job in 2024. At 40, he's unemployed, buried in debt, with no escape. This is China's real estate trap. Houses, once symbols of success, are now lifelong shackles. A Guangdong blogger sold his home in 2025 for 700,000 yuan, bought for 1.8 million in 2019. "The market's dead," he said. "Too many houses, not enough people." China's population shrinks, yet 6 billion square meters of homes stand empty. Prices in some cities fall to 2015 levels, but mortgages remain unforgiving. A Douyin user writes, "I thought my 30,000 yuan salary made me elite. 3 months jobless, my mortgage broke me." Meanwhile, thieves exploit the desperation. In October 2025, a Suzhou home was raided at 1 a.m. The thief cut through window netting with pliers, slipping into a sleeping family's bedroom. Gold bracelets, rings, and necklaces, worth tens of thousands, vanished. The homeowner cried, "They took my daughter's wedding jewelry. We're left with nothing." Social media videos show similar crimes across China. In one clip, a thief uses a crowbar to pry open a wardrobe, stuffing gold into a bag. Another shows a woman's gold bracelet snatched at a night market. Police nowhere in sight. A commenter warns, "Don't wear gold, real or fake. It's like carrying a bomb." Crime spikes as the economy tanks. Gold prices soar, making jewelry a target. A single bracelet equals months of wages for a desperate thief. In a Henan county, 2 gold thefts hit homes in 1 week. Residents now sleep with doors triple locked, cameras on. One victim posted, "They didn't just take my gold, they took my sense of safety." The collapse spreads to China's youth. In Q2 2025, social media buzzed with chilling posts. A 23-year-old wrote, "Half my friends from the 2000s are gone. Overwork, stress, suicide." A 21-year-old added, "I work 16 hours delivering packages for 8 yuan an hour. Rent takes it all." Official youth unemployment data stopped in 2023. Insiders estimate the real rate in 2025 exceeds 30%. In Shenzhen, a 25-year-old factory worker collapsed after a 14-hour shift. In Beijing, a 32-year-old driver suffered a stroke mid-delivery. Social media screams, "Our generation is dying." Hospitals report nurses collapsing after endless shifts. No one helps. They're all too broken. The darkness deepens across China. Thieves slip through shadows, snapping locks with crowbars, stripping hope from homes. Villages that once pulsed with life now stand as silent tombs, their stories erased. Foreign investors flee, dumping billions in property at devastating losses. The nation's dream, once a global titan, sinks into a quiet void. In Inner Mongolia, a nomadic village lies frozen in time. Once alive with herders' songs and children's laughter, it's now a ghost. By Q2 2025, every resident had vanished. Newly built homes gleam under the sun, but no fires burn inside. A 2023 festival poster clings to a village bulletin board, faded and forgotten. Mailboxes overflow with years-old flyers, untouched by human hands. A neighbor from a nearby town whispers, "They left 3 years ago for city jobs. No one came back." Over 60% of rural China's population is now over 60. Without youth, villages wither. Schools close their doors. Clinics stand empty. Bus routes disappear. Only the wind's mournful howl remains. This plague of ghost villages spreads beyond Inner Mongolia. Shandong, Henan, and Fujian report entire communities abandoned. Soaring housing costs, joblessness, and economic decay drive families away. One home still holds a teapot on the table, as if its owners meant to return. They didn't. Why this mass exodus? China's rural heart collapses as young people flood cities, chasing dreams that don't exist. But cities offer only despair. From Harbin to Jiamusi, shuttered shops and empty streets stretch into the horizon. A Henan vendor laments, "They claim the economy grows. This street screams it's dead." Official data from October 20th, 2024 paints a grim picture. Fixed asset investment fell 0.5% in the first 9 months, the first drop since 2020. Real estate investment plummeted 13.9%, a 36-month freefall. Analysts warn Q4 2025 will be bleaker. The economy is unraveling. Foreign investors see the truth. Between 2021 and 2024, global funds sold 112 billion USD in Chinese commercial properties. Giants like BlackRock and Carlyle dumped offices and malls at massive losses. Banks tied to these deals suffered heavy blows. A U.S. professor, Xie Tian, explains, China's fake market signals lured investors. Now they're fleeing. Over 15 years, Foreign investors poured 1,400 billion USD into China's real estate, offices, warehouses, shopping centers. In 2019, they hit a record 200 billion USD. By 2024, the market collapsed. Shanghai rents dropped 13.5%. Home prices in some cities fell to 2015 levels. 6 billion square meters of buildings stand empty, enough to house half of China. A Guangdong blogger posted in Q1 2025, "I sold my home for 700,000 yuan, bought for 1.8 million in 2019. The market's dead. Too many houses, too few people. China's shrinking population fuels the crisis. State-owned firms join the sell-off." In 2024, Guangzhou and Jinan state companies listed properties for sale. Beijing, Shandong, and Zhejiang followed, unloading shops and apartments in bulk. An analyst warns, falling prices trigger panic sales, crushing market confidence. Desperation breeds crime. In October 2025, a Henan shop owner posted a video, his voice trembling. "They stormed in at 2 a.m. with a fake gun, took my gold chains and cash. I'm finished." Another video shows a thief breaking into a home at midnight, crowbar snapping the lock. A Suzhou woman cried, "They stole my wedding ring while I slept." The police did nothing. Crime surges as the economy crumbles. Gold prices soar, making a single ring worth months of wages. A Henan resident posted, "2 gold thefts hit our county in 1 week. We lock our doors 3 times, but it's not enough." A Douyin commenter warns, "Don't wear gold, real or fake. It's a death sentence." The economic collapse drives this crime wave. Young people who left villages for cities found no jobs, only poverty. A 24-year-old in Beijing posts, "I left my village for a dream. Now I sleep under a bridge." A Suzhou student lives in an abandoned building, unable to pay rent. Official data hides the truth. In Q2 2025, youth unemployment likely topped 30%, but Beijing stopped reporting it. A Shenzhen factory owner shares, "My workers collapse after 16-hour shifts." No one can save them. They're all too broken. The economy isn't just slowing, it's dying. Farmers can't afford fuel to transport wheat, leaving fields to rot. In cities, vegetables pile up unsold, yet prices soar out of reach. A Henan farmer says, "I grow wheat, but fuel costs more than I earn. It's worthless." Poverty engulfs the nation. 70% of Chinese families can't muster 100,000 yuan. 40% struggle to find 50,000 yuan for emergencies. 10% drown in debts they'll never repay. The gap between rich and poor widens. Beijing's luxury restaurants overflow, while street vendors sell spoiled produce no one buys. A Douyin user writes, "I used to feel vaguely poor. Now I know true despair." This collapse isn't loud. No explosions, just silent villages, stolen gold, and shattered dreams. Villages die as their people vanish. Homes become traps, not assets. Thieves stalk the night, preying on a nation too weak to resist. What crimes have been committed to trap 1.4 billion in this nightmare? Will China's empire of dust crumble entirely? Thanks for watching China Undercover. Smash that like button. Subscribe for more truth. Share this if you see the reality too. What do you think? Can China escape this silent collapse? Comment below.